DPWH and the procurement engineer and their staff. To start with our Chief of the Construction Section, Engineer Ernesto Sicacosano. We still have here Madam Jennifer Vargas. We have Engineer Marcelo Navia Jr. We have Engineer April Anticristo. We have Engineer Angie Villa, Engineer Noah Miguel Bautista. We have Ma'am Fe Ramos together with Ms. Dike and our IT support, we have Mr. Fahad. And to all the televiewers, good morning. This is Engineer Marilyn Versola, presiding over this preview conference this morning for the two civil works projects, namely construction of multipurpose building of enclosed covered court, Phase 1 in Barangay Saguing, Makilala, North Cotabato, and this has an approved budget for contract of 5,940,000 to be completed in 210 calendar days. And the other one is, this is Republished. This is the construction of flood control dike along Bulatukan River, Package 4, Barangay Kisante, Makilala, Cotabato. And this has an approved budget for contract of 49,000,000 pesos. 49 million pesos. And this has an approved budget for contract of 323 calendar days. And these two projects were posted from March 11 to end on April 1, 2025. And the opening will be right after the deadline for dropping, which is at 8:30 in the morning here at the procurement unit, DPWH COTABATO 2nd District Engineering Office, Lanao, Kidapawan City. And today, the Secretariat together with the procurement engineer and procurement staff will be detailing to you on how you will compose your bidding documents, including the requirements, technical, financial, the equipment, and other necessary requirement for your bidding. And maybe you are just listening or viewing around, you must stay tuned with us while our secretariat and our procurement engineer will be explaining to you the requirement on our upcoming bidding. To start with, Ms. Dike to be followed by Ma'am Fe Ramos, and the last but not the least is Engineer April Anticristo. Go ahead, mga madams.
Thank you po, Madam Living. Once again, good morning po sa ating lahat. For the requirements of bidding documents, under Section 1, Invitation to Bid, for 25 MC0082, the cost of bidding documents is 10,000 pesos. For 25 MC0016, Republished, 25,000 pesos. And the source of funds are all CY 2025 February plan. And for Section 2, Instruction to Bidders, only bids of bidders found to be legally, technically, and financially capable will be evaluated. The bidder must have an experience of having completed a single largest completed contract that is similar to this project, equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC adjusted, if necessary, by the bidder to current prices using the PSA's CPI, except under conditions provided in Section 23.4.2.4 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. Subcontracting is not allowed. Bid security, the bidder shall submit a bid security declaration or any form of bid security in the amount indicated in the BDS, which shall be not less than the percentage of the ABC in accordance with the schedule in the BDS. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC bid security is in cash, cashier's manager's check, bank draft, guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit. For contract ID 25MC0082, the ABC is 5,914,000 and 2% of the ABC is 116,800 pesos. And for 25 MC 0016 published, the 2% of the ABC, 49 million, is 980,000 pesos. And for the amount not less than 5% of the ABC, if bid security is in surety bond, callable accounting bond, issued by a surety or insurance commission, to be certified by the insurance commission as authorized to issue such security. The 5% of 25 MC 0082, 5% of the ABC is 297,000, and for 25 MC 0016 republished, the 5% of the ABC is 2,450,000 pesos. The bid and bid security shall be valid until July 30, 2025. Any bid not accompanied by an acceptable bid security shall be rejected by the procuring entity as non-responsive. Thank you po.
To continue, documents comprising the bid, eligibility and technical components. The first envelope shall contain the eligibility and technical documents of the bid, and the second bid envelope shall contain the financial documents for the bid as specified in Section 9. Checklist of technical and financial documents to be submitted by the bidders. Under the technical component of the bid, updated certificate of PhilChef's registration platinum membership. If not enrolled in the CWA, updated pickup license and registration. Statement of all ongoing government and private contracts. Single largest completed contract. NFCC computation and statement of total assets and liabilities. Audited financial statement, if joint venture, with special pickup license and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid, if applicable. If already enrolled in the CWA eligibility, documents to be updated, if any. Bid security, project requirements, organizational chart for the contract, list of contractor personnel, list of major equipment. The omnibus sign statement and certification as the key personnel for DEO number 9 series of 2012. Documents under financial component of the bid. Original of duly signed and published financial bid form. Original of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities. Detailed estimates and cash flow by quarter. We also have the following reminders to our bidders. For the certificate of PhilChef's registration, it shall be updated with the current and updated Class A eligibility documents covered by Section 8.5.2 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. If these are not updated, otherwise shall result in the automatic suspension of the validity of the certificate of platinum registration and membership as per GPPB Resolution number 15-2021. Assign key personnel of the contractor that it is indicated under the bid data sheet of the bidding documents that he/she must be different person assigned in the contract to be bid and it's not the same person holding its key position. PRC ID and tax ID of the bid personnel must be updated and clear copy. GPPB Resolution number 16-2020. Approving the circular on the guidelines in the preparation of the simplified bidding documents for goods and infrastructure projects and submission of the required forms for the procurement of goods, infrastructure projects, and consulting services with the related amendments to the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. DEO 36, Series of 2015, dated March 11, 2015. Disclosure of ongoing contracts, their prospective bidders. For DPWH infrastructure contracts, the bidder shall use the form DPWH-J, a statement of all its ongoing and completed government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid within the period provided in the bidding documents. Non-compliance with the provisions of this order shall make the concerned bidders liable to the penalties under Section 65.3 of RA 9184 and to the administrative sanctions under Section 69 of RA 9184 as IRR. DEO number 20, series of 2024 dated February 26, 2024, prescribed policy in the procurement of contracts for infrastructure, goods and consulting services contracts. Under this policy, if a bidder commits 3 offenses, acts described as all other acts that tend to defeat the purpose of competitive bidding, they shall be subjected to an administrative penalty. These offenses or acts are further classified into 3 major categories as enumerated. 1. Withdrawal from the bidding process, submission of non-participation letter, or failure to submit a bid after purchasing the bid documents. 2. Submission of late bids without valid reasons as determined by the above. 3. Submission of patently insufficient bid. This refers to a bid that fails to include or comply with certain mandatory requirements. The determination of whether bidder committed such an offense may occur as outlined during eligibility screening and or shortlisting, during bid evaluation, and during post-qualification. So bidders were reminded to diligently review and scrutinize their documents to avoid any violation. For more details of this department order, you can download a copy in the DPWH website. Department Order number 87 series of 2020, electronic submission and receipt of bids for the procurement of civil works contracts. Department Order number 11 series of 2017, inclusion of the minimum materials testing equipment in the technical component of the bid. Department Order number 9 series of 2012, technical requirements for work projects for public bidding. Under item number 6, which states, if a proposed technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the time of the bidding, shall submit a certification. 1. The personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract, and 2. He/she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. Under item number 7, the bidder may propose a technical personnel who is not its employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he/she will work for the bidder if it is awarded the contract under bidding. The certification under item number 6 or 7 shall be included in the first envelope of a sealed bid. Department Order number 227 series of 2024, suspension of Department Order number 148 series of 2024. This directive to suspend the application of DEO number 148 series of 2024 shall not apply to the implementation and construction of buildings and bridges. Thus, for construction of buildings and bridges, accredited project engineers shall be assigned by contractors and or consultants. Department Order number 98 series of 2016, revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractors, consultants, materials engineers. Classification and limits of assignment. Materials engineer 1 project costing not more than 150 million, 2 projects with an aggregate cost of not more than 250 million, and 3 projects with an aggregate cost of not more than 200 million. Materials Engineer 2, 1 project, no cost limit, 2 projects with an aggregate cost of not more than 300 million, and 3 projects with an aggregate cost of not more than 250 million. Non-accredited materials engineers may be assigned to the 3 projects with an aggregate cost of 15 million or below. This order shall take effect immediately. Memorandum dated March 6, 2023, issued by Secretary Manuel M. Bunuan with the subject, reiteration of department policies, issuances, and the sale of bidding documents, and enrollment in the civil works application prior bidding, particularly item number 1 that states, in accordance with the department's citizen charter and a numbered memorandum dated December 27, 2021, only the following documents are required from prospective bidders prior to the sale of bidding documents. A. Company ID or any government-issued ID and authorization letter. If not authorized liaison officer in the CWA, special power of attorney for sole proprietorship or board partnership, joint venture resolution with secretary's certificate for corporation, partnership, joint venture, and cooperative. You can download this department order in the DPWH website and check PPB resolution for more details. ITV Clause 21 of the data sheet. Aside from contract documents required by the procuring entity, the following must be included under Construction Safety and Health Program. Application form for the evaluation, processing, and supporting documents based on DOLI's latest issued format and checklist. As per DEO 241 series of 2024, guidelines on the processing, approval, and reporting system of construction safety and health program for DPWH infrastructure projects. The DPWH implementing office shall only receive CSHP applications with complete documents. Any incomplete application shall not be received, specifying the lacking documents. For the sealing and marking of bids, the bidder shall submit one original and one clear, duly marked certified photocopy of the first technical and the second financial component of its bid. Deadline for submission of bid proposal on April 1, 2025 on or before 8:30 a.m. at the procurement unit, and followed immediately the opening of bids at the same time at the DPWH COTABATO 2nd DEO Conference Room, 2nd floor, Main Building 2, Lanao, Kidapawan City. Thank you for awarding the microphone to our procurement unit.
Thank you, Ma'am Pinkay. Additional requirement, ITB Clause 5.2 requires that the major category of work for 25 MC0082 should be DICWOPLS, buildings, construction without tiles, low-rise, steel frame 1 to 5 stories. For 25 MC0016, Republished, the major category of work should be FCDKL, flood control, construction, like levees. IPB Clause 10.3 requires that the PCAB license for 25 MC0082 should have a size range of small b for building construction, while for 25 MC0016 Republished should have a size range of medium A for flood control construction. IPB Clause 10.4 requires that the key personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience set below. For the project manager, project engineer, materials engineer, and foreman, they should have a general experience in the same position for 5 years, while for the construction safety and health officer, 3 years. For IPB Clause 10.4, IPB Clause 10.5, please refer to our published Philippine bidding documents as to the specific equipment description, capacity, and number of equipment required for these 2 contracts. And finally, for our bill of quantities, plans and specifications, and the whole Philippine bidding documents, please see the PhilJOT's website and the DPWH websites for the full content. Additionally, we issued supplemental bulletin number 8 dated March 17, 2025 for these 2 contracts with a subject, correction of IPB Clause 10.4 for the additional requirement in Section 3 of the data sheet of the Philippine bidding documents. We require that in the IPB Clause 10.4, the key personnel, specifically for the construction, safety, and health officer, previously we require that certificate of training as safety officer should be attached to the document and the TIN ID. Now we require per DOLE Department Order number 198 series of 2018, at least 1 safety officer must be deployed at each specific area of operations to oversee the management of the DPWH program of its own workforce. So please note of this new requirement in the ITB Clause 10.4. Back to our chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies, for that very detailed explanation on how you will compose your bidding documents, including the markings, the sealing of your bids, the technical, the financial, even the equipment, as to how many equipment you will be pledging or you will pledge to our project, the type of equipment, and many more. You can always visit our posted advertisement in our pages in our website if you did not internalize all those explanations earlier. And you can always visit our procurement unit for any clarification. You are all welcome. So is there any more else you would like to add during this pre-bid conference? Since we do not have any contractor around, any additional information? And by the way, the updates on the dolly is very important. That is one of our important update that will be considered during the opening of your proposal. So take note of those and hope to see you during the bidding on April 11, 2020. April 1, I should say. I'm sorry, April 1, 2025. Nagkamali ko, posted last March 11, will be open on April 1, 2025. So much for that. There is no more additional information. So I will now close this conference. Thank you everyone and have a great day.